It is now a well-known fact that therapy dogs can help people who are suffering from stress and have to deal with difficult situations. Carl, the deaf therapy dog, changed a little girl's life forever. But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. Growing up and being an adult with responsibility is known to be incredibly scary for most children. This is especially true when it comes to testifying in court. But many children have to cope with such situations. One little girl had to testify after someone had hurt her. The little girl froze as she saw the man who was hurting her. That's when Carl, the court dog, came to the rescue. Carl is not an average therapy dog. He is a 5-year-old white boxer who weighs 65 kilos. He's a member of Companions for Courage and a canine dog who has the right to appear in court to offer support to children who testify. The dogs in the K9th program are special and are used to protect children testifying in courtrooms. While every therapy dog is special, Carl is unique since he is deaf. His deafness is actually his greatest asset. This means he is not distracted by the noise in the courtroom and can concentrate fully on those he is supporting. Carl's calm behavior makes him one of the most popular among children. His huge size makes these children feel safe and protected. He also comes to the courtroom dressed in very funny clothes to put the children at ease. Training Carl was a real challenge because of his deafness. Carl's handler Joanne had trained 3 boxers before adopting Carl, but had never trained a deaf dog before. Joanne came up with a creative solution that allowed Carl to follow orders. Carl was able to learn American Sign Language, and commands were issued to him using this language. The role of these therapy dogs in the K9 is to help make these sad events easier to deal with. They are there to give the children who are witnessing the courage to come forward about what happened and to make the process easier for them. There are certain things that should never happen to a little girl. The little girl knew that the man who was abusing her would be in the courtroom, and she was very afraid to see him again. That's why Carl was there to help her feel safe. However, there was one big problem Carl faced while working. Most of the children did not know sign language and could not communicate with him. Joanne understood this and came up with an idea to solve this communication problem. The use of therapy dogs in courtrooms is becoming increasingly common. This is especially true for younger victims who are required to testify. One girl was in serious need for a therapy dog as she turned to Joanne before entering the courtroom and asked something embarrassing. The little girl's case was difficult, and she wanted to know if Carl would protect her. Carl sat next to the little girl throughout the preparation sessions and the testimonies. This gave the girl courage to speak up, even though she was incredibly worried. The little girl, with Carl's help, started to testify, and the dog wouldn't leave her side. Thanks to this, the little girl was able to get through the whole trial without any problems. Carl's story spread like wildfire, reaching millions of people around the world. Everyone seemed to love him for what he had done for the little girl. It helped to promote the helping program he was part of. After the trials were over, Carl continued to support the children who had to testify. He did not disappear from these children's lives once the trial was over. He continues to support them even when they were out of the courtroom. Carl does not simply treat these children as patients he is about to help. He treats the children in the courtroom as friends. The little girl is not the only one who has received safety from Carl. The therapy dog also received love and affection from him in return, something every dog craves for. All these therapy dogs want is love and attention, which is true to all pets. But they are special because they can provide security and companionship to those who need it the most. In the picture, we can see Boomer, who is helping a friend at the dependency court. Therapy dogs can be a solution, not only for those who have to testify in court, they also work with judges. Judges work long, hard hours. Sometimes it feels good to get a cuddle from some friendly therapy dogs. Here, you can see Judge Lattimore with some happy therapy dogs. Therapy dogs are not just working animals. They're also the kind of friends most children need when they're going through a stressful time, such as testifying in court. Here you can see one of K9's therapy dogs, DuPont, acting as a friendly pooch in dependency court.